He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Uncorks one. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Fires left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide open on the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to Howson. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Gets it out quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And and it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Unloads it left. He's got it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on third down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were for...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Reed. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
The Aggies line it up with a first and goal. Dropping back, it's Reed. Wide out trying to get it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Texas A&M going up tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Touchback, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense takes matters into its own hands. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
Push down for the tackle.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires quickly.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He leaves it with his back. Here's a little room there. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. And the Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air, it's Mateer. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Now the play fake. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown Sooners!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed. Looking down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass, it's Reed. This time it's complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Rush is on him. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Reed to the air again. Gets open down the middle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Now here's Reed. Bringing the heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Again, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Aggies! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Out of bounds at the 13, and that's just what the doctor ordered for this offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to pass, it's Mateer. He fires one deep over the middle. Upstairs, he's got it. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Running inside, it's Owens. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Reed. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got a man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking for room, it's Owens. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Trying to run, it's Morrill. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Here's Reed to throw. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Reed gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
A lot of times on third and long, you're not thinking blitz. You're thinking they're going to sit back in zone and play conservative. They blitz, kind of break tendency, get to the quarterback. He gets the screen off. But, man, great job by this defense. Not just flying upfield, not paying attention, and letting them catch that screen behind them. That's a big stop on third and long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
The run from the shotgun, and they'll knock him down.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. To the air, it's Mateer. And that is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting up.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, going to the air. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Reed to throw for it on 4th. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Looking left. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had...
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Reed. Under fire. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted deep in his own end. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Throwing Reed. Into the end zone. Caught. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the punt. showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Wolverines ready to kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Snagged in the middle. It's Barber. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Because the QB anticipated that curl route so well, he got it to his receiver early against zone coverage. He had space to work with. After he caught the ball, he was able to make a guy miss, move the chains.
Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
The run inside. It's Marshall. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And wings it incomplete. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Guys, look at this. Surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And he is stopped short, well short of the marker as the defense stands tall.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He lost one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Now facing a third and long. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Bubba, 22-90 Mountain, 22-90 Mountain. Ready, go!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the right. Zips it out to his man. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And you've already seen this QB, Mets. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside. It's Jordan. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Defense in press coverage.
Rock. Level. Swag. Ready, go!
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, USC!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Mayava. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Black 88. Black 88. Jet. Q. Right. Squid. Ready, go.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Snags it, and there's running room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The run inside. It's Jordan. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
22, 90 Mountain. 22, sweep. Western. Go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Ready. Return. Go.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Trojans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Thrust that arm out. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Underwood. Got it. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Pressure coming, buying some time. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes